So I went live earlier to talk about this so-called bombshell by the Democrats releasing these redacted Epstein emails that incriminated or implicated Trump. I talked about it in full detail, went through the full breakdown, and actually, this just came out. CNN confirmed in the face of Jasmine Ghetto Crockett everything that I said in that live stream video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the pinned comment. You got to watch it. I go through every single email line by line, and I essentially give you the truth about what's really happening with this bombshell release by the Democrats on the day that we're supposed to end the government shutdown of all coincidental times. Isn't that just a coincidence? But first, we have more with Madame Ghetto Crockett, Jasmine Crockett. She is being exposed by the FEC, the Federal Election Committee, for spending luxurious amenities. I can't wait. I'm going to go through each one of these charges and show you the actual clip. Holy mackerel, Jasmine Crockett showing the entire world who she truly is. This comes right off the heels of her begging in this desperate video I'm going to share with you right now, begging for private tax-paying citizens to pay for her personal bodyguards and security guards. She doesn't feel like she should have to do or pay out of her own pocket. Watch.
I think that it's really a good question as to why a member of Congress needs to pay for security out of money that they go and raise, instead of focusing on making sure that they use that money to educate voters about why it is that their candidacy matters. I do think that it does people like me a disservice when you are so outspoken. And then what happens is, instead of you being able to put all your dollars into campaigning, instead, you've got to do things like pay for your security. But I kind of value my life, so it is what it is. And it is what it is.
Oh my God, it is just so awful. Texas, I'm begging you, please come to your senses. I've got the perfect guy who's running against Jasmine Crockett that you need to vote for. I'm going to share with you because he comments on this situation too. But check out all of the things that the FEC has absolutely brutally slammed her for on these luxury amenities. This is the same one says, why am I paying? I value my body. Why am I paying for it? $4,000. Look at this list right here. $4,000 on the Ritz-Carlton. $2,000 on the luxury collection, $5,000 on the West Hollywood edition, $1,100 on the Times Square edition, $2,000 plus on the Cosmo and Aria Resort in Vegas. Now, as somebody who is a big connoisseur of Vegas, I stay at the highest, best resorts you can imagine on the Strip. I stay at the Venetian, the Wynn, and if you're spending $2,000 on rooms at the Cosmo and Aria, which aren't even that great a hotel. They're okay. I mean, no offense, Cosmo and Aria. You're getting extremely luxurious, unnecessary, unwarranted penthouse suites that is just so callous, so wrong, so offensive that this representative, this thug, let's just call her what she is. She's a thug, is duping America, duping Texas. I don't know how this is happening. $2,700 on the Eggertown Inn, whatever the hell that is. $3,000 on the Coco. $2,728 on, listen this, transportation for limo service. Are you kidding me? While everyday Texans are struggling day to day, paycheck to paycheck, you're spending almost $3,000 to put your fat ass in a limo. Are you kidding me right now? Excuse my language, pardon me. It just gets me so upset. $2,300 on DCA. I don't even know what the hell that is. Oh, another limousine. $1,200 on Bay Area limousine, and get this out, $50,000 on security. And by the way, all the violence is coming from the left. There's no violence on the right. There's no violence from conservatives. All the violence is coming from the left. So what do you need that heavy armored 50,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars in security? What do you need that for? Who's coming out? Nobody even cares about you. You're not even important. Nobody cares about you on the right. Check out this video clip right here of them breaking it down too.
A hog right now. And for a woman who is openly flirting with trying to run for Texas Senate seat against Senator either John Cornyn or whoever comes out of that primary, you are seeing a woman who's not spending an awful lot of time in Texas. That whole list of places she's been living high on the hog, I didn't see anything mentioning Dallas or Houston
up in an
or
Amarillo.
Laredo or Amarillo. Right. She's all across the country making sure that she is getting taken care of, that her nails look fabulous, and that she is sounding off however she wants
This
to.
is who the Democrats are calling their big leader, their big MVP in the party, somebody who's a rising star. This is the same person who Charlatan the fraud is saying the Democrats should be more like her. The Democrats should be more like Ghetto Crockett. I mean, DEI, folks, when you elevate fools and you elevate people not based on merit, this is the result. Wait till I play that CNN clip. It's going to blow your mind. This is the guy, Sheldon Daniels, who's running for Congress in that district in Texas against Jasmine Crockett in the upcoming election. If she even has a seat left, hopefully the redistricting that Abbott implemented is going to go into full effect. But his response, I just wanted to share it with you because I think it's poignant. Jasmine Crockett's spending habits says it all. She's spending more on her eyelashes than she is even giving one iota of concern for her constituents, for Americans, for America. I've never ever once heard her say, I love America. I've never once felt inspired after Jasmine Ghetto Crockett talks about being an American. I know I do with Trump. I know I do with Rubio. I know I do with Hegseth. I definitely know I do with JD Vance, but never with her. Actually, all of the America First team I do. Sheldon says, Jasmine Crockett's spending habits say it all. While families in Texas 30 are fighting to pay rent and buy groceries, she's blowing campaign cash at the Ritz, the Cosmo, and luxury resorts coast to coast. That ain't representation. That's recreation on we the people's dime. We deserve better. Amen, brother. I've got a couple other stories I want to share with you before I get to CNN absolutely destroying Crockett to her face about Epstein. And that is this story right here. And then I've got something with Newsom, and it involves an arrest. But check out this clip right here. So this is very, very serious. A staff member for Senator Tammy Duckworth, Democrat, reportedly posed, you can see in this secret footage here, posed as a lawyer and falsified a Homeland Security form in order to secure the release of a criminal illegal alien? What in the world? Apparently, Jose Ishmael Ayuza Sandoval is an illegal alien who's been deported not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times, and also has a conviction, just as a bonus prize, for a DUI. And here you have a staff member for Senator Tammy Duckworth posing. This is like a serious federal crime. And if you don't have any idea who Tammy Duckworth is because she's absolutely deranged, here's a quick clip of her yelling at Pete Hegseth during his confirmation hearing. Check this out. She's a nut job.
I don't want a long answer. Yes or no. Have you led an audit of any organization of which you were in charge?
Senator, in both of the organizations I ran, we were always completely fiscally responsible.
Yes or
with the
no,
money
did
that
you
we
lead
had.
an audit?
And the way
yes
my
or
leadership
no,
has
did you lead
been
an audit?
stated
Yes or
has
no?
been completely
What are you afraid of? You
mischaracterized.
can't answer this question. Yes or no, did you lead an audit? Do you not know this answer?
Senator, every
Yes or
part
no?
of my leadership
Yes
of these
or no?
organizations
Yes
has
or
been
no, did you lead an audit?
misrepresented
I will
from
take
top
that as
to
a no.
bottom.
So we need a few more details and facts about this, but this video that's been disseminated to video is highly, highly impactful. And this is a serious charge. So if this can be proven, Tammy Duckworth and her staff could face some serious charges. I'll keep you up to date on that. But isn't that just typical? Isn't that just typical, Nez Nation, of the way these Democrats behave time in, time again, all the time? I mean, they're deranged. They're lunatics. They are completely unrecognizable from like the actual moderate Democrats, the Democrats who build this party. I mean, eons away from JFK, the godfather of this party. It's just a real tragic, abysmal downfall. And it gets even worse because check this out from Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's, here's a big one, former chief of staff arrested on conspiracy to commit bank wire fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and obstruct justice subscribing to false tax returns and making false statements. Here's a quote from the actual charge here. According to courthouse documents between February 22nd and September of 24, so February of 2022 and September of 2024, this chief of staff conspired with others to divert approximately $225,000 in funds from a dormant political campaign to an associate's personal use. Collectively, they funneled the money through various business entities and disguised it as pay for what was in reality a no-show job. Complete and utter fraud. It's somehow related to PPE, those federally subsidized loans during the pandemic. And they obviously continued to subsidize even beyond the pandemic. But here's what I want to say. Governor Newsom, do you have any comment on this? Where's the fire aid money? Instead of gallivanting and trying to be a podcaster and trying to attack Trump and trying to be Trump and act cool like Trump, which is coming off cringier than you will ever imagine. There isn't a dad who's any more cringier than greasy Gavin Newsom. What is this all about? Just more proof, y'all. More proof that what this guy, an abysmal failure, he has thrown this beautiful Golden State into the toilet. And this guy wants to make America California. Are you kidding me right now? Holy mackerel, that would be a travesty. Don't let that happen. Okay. I can't wait to get your thoughts on that in the comments down below. Okay, here's the big one right here. So, Jasmine Crockett gets called out live by CNN for Democrats redacting Epstein documents to try to smear President Trump with their false narrative. CNN says, well, she did not accuse Trump of any wrongdoing, talking about Virginia Giuffre. And Crockett says, well, I don't know why they would redact something like that. And CNN says, well, the Democrats do. And then she gives this gibberish and then says cover-up attempt. I want you to watch this carefully, folks, my fellow Americans, because, and again, I'll leave my full breakdown in the pinned comment. You got to check that out. This is an example of when actual merit, fact-based, verified reporting and very substantive facts. Forget CNN. I know CNN's garbage, but they're just literally just saying, this is the facts. This is what happened. This is what happened when facts collide with DEI, the train wreck that is DEI. This is perfectly demonstrative of that. Never mind the fact that it's just fun seeing Ghetto Crockett get her absolutely butt schooled. Watch.
This is an email from April 2nd, 2011. Republicans are saying that that victim is Virginia Giuffre. As you know, she died by suicide. She's been very outspoken victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the email right here on your screen. She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that? And can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No. I understand,
Okay,
but I'm just saying, our biggest concern is to actually make sure that we are protecting victims. And obviously, she wrote a book. She told her truth.
You know, whatever happened in this country when I remember Reagan doing this a lot, and a lot of really great leaders. Whatever happened to when you don't know what the heck is going on, when you don't have all the information, you don't have all the facts, and you don't have really anything to go off on, there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I don't know. I'll have to double check. Or you know what, I'll get back to you. I'm not 100% certain. I will try to figure it out. But they're so hell-bent on getting Trump. They're so hell-bent on trying to say, gotcha. They're making this thing to be huge. And if you're wondering what CNN is talking about the redacted name, Virginia Giuffre, and what this huge bombshell the Democrats dropped today on the Epstein emails is, go check out the video I posted earlier. I'll leave it in the pinned comment. Please tap that thumbs up if you love America. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know where you're joining me from. I love hearing that stuff. What city, state, country. I just love hearing that stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out these videos right here just in case you missed them. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.